always hated. I hate the noise. I hate society telling me what to do.
You bag.
So I decided to reinvent.
Let's go.
To do something new, to do something exciting.
Woo!
So I started a food truck. I've always had business savvy.
Price went up again?
Chug my nuts. Yeah, I've been told I have an attitude problem. But if the food's good, what's the problem? Huh? What's the problem, huh?
Can you wait a minute, you greedy pigs?
It's a bit of a stereotype in the chef community that chefs are rude. And Anthony completely fulfills this and many additional stereotypes.
Not a spicy meatball. Get your back to Weehawken. Clean it up. Tastes like...
Anthony's always had a pretty negative attitude. But most geniuses are like that, you know? And I guess that's what makes it okay.
You know, you hear these stories, these chefs, they came from rough neighborhoods. They lived such a tough life. Well, guess what? I came from a very affluent neighborhood. All right, so imagine how hard it was for me to do crimes in a place like that.
When Anthony was 18, he did a stint in prison for throwing a can of spray paint at a cop horse. That experience changed him, you know? It made him want to shape up. Despite hating almost everything around him, the one thing that grounded Anthony was cooking.
Coming up like I did in Jersey, there's only 3 ways to make it out alive. You can run coke, you can join the family real estate business, or there was the kitchen.
Anthony's grandma and 22 older sisters taught him that cooking wasn't just a thing to keep him out of trouble. It was something that he could do as a career. They gave him the confidence to work through the ranks. Well, of course, he'd never know that. He's never hired a woman before.
Food's about giving and nurturing and sustaining life. And that's a man's game, baby.
I worked under Anthony for 10 years, and I thought we had a special bond. But also, he's sort of crazy.
Cooking made him feel special, whole, important, in charge, maniacal, rageful, insane, and complete.
He thinks that because he makes a good sandwich, he can be a jerk. But that's not true, right?
Took them this long to get me this award. Nice. Their mothers.
Right?
Why are you looking at me? Work. Jesus Christ.
I grew up with Chef Anthony. I watched his rise while I was just starting out as a critic. And sure, he can be salty, but he's also just dedicated to the craft. When you think about it, what is the difference between striving for perfection and throwing a knife at someone for buying the wrong ham? Everyone really opened their eyes to Anthony when he left the restaurant scene and started Cheese Punch.
It shouldn't take that long to give one person a grilled cheese, guys. Jesus Christ, get out of the way. All right, here.
Cheese Punch was his message to the world. Your restaurant walls shall not contain me. Things were finally on his terms. No more reporting to bosses or going to court. It was just him, his ideas, and the open road.
Excuse me. Take a look at your permits.
Things were really going his way.
I mean, food trucks had been around. He didn't invent them.
Anyone can make a grilled cheese. Yeah, sure. Okay, if you say so. But Anthony reinvented it with more cheese.
Let's go, let's move it!
It was genius. I mean, people had sold bread and cheese out of carts before, but they had never charged $15 for it.
I guess that's just an amount of money that makes affluent people feel comfortable.
Sure, he has a bad attitude. Sure, he's stressed out of his mind and has never once learned a coping mechanism for it. Yes, he is turning a grossly high profit by selling something whose base ingredients cost nothing. Sure, okay, I'll bite. But that's it.
Make a line! This is good stuff!
His food truck is good. So, you know, what can we do?
What you gotta understand is that no one was doing this at the time. It was the Wild West out there. There were no rules. There was no script. We were just flying by the seat of our pants.
In the beginning stages, we tried to start big, but sometimes someone just can't hack it. So I had to fire my main guy, Pat.
He fired me for showing up early. He said I was trying to be better than him.
And no matter how many people you fire or get deported, it never gets any easier. Right? But I have to make those tough calls for the sake of my business and my sanity. It's the kind of thing you're never prepared for.
Yes, he was.
For today's service, we got the cheese punch, we got poppers. Let's push the caprese salad, man. That's going bad. It's super sour. What'd you say? You talking to me? We're firefighters here, man. We're putting out fires. Maybe I don't understand what it means to be a fireman, okay? Maybe I don't know what that entails. Oh, I'm so sorry. You think I have time to talk to firefighters? You do? You think I have time to talk to firefighters? You think I'm just waltzing around the city like an arson, waiting for firefighters to come and be like, what do you do today, sir? What do you do today? Get the out of here. You're fired. You're fired too. Wait. I need you until the end of rush. All right, you're rehired.
Anyone who didn't see his vision was violently ejected from the truck for standing in his way.
Get the out of here. You're still fired, man. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking? What, you want me to call up a firefighter right now and talk to him? That's what you want? Wow, look how fast he's moving now. Now they got fired.
If you can make a sandwich that good, you can do whatever you want to me. Your talent totally makes up for your personality. It's a fact.
Hurry up! I'm touching the burner with my hands. I don't feel...
I know he's a perfectionist, right? But why do you have to fire me? And why do you have to lie and tell everyone I got fired for... the sandwiches?
What?
He said I a sandwich.
Anthony is a rebel. He's someone that could reinvent anything.
He was never the type of guy to be happy. I mean, happy with his product. What'd I say?
He was never satisfied, so he started to get more creative. He examined his original grilled cheese recipe and thought, so what? What the f are you looking at? But what he saw that no one else saw was, what if we put more cheese on it?
More cheese? How's that gonna work? What's that gonna look like? Is it even possible?
I can't believe he did it. A true king of the food truck scene.
It was a ripoff.
It was a masterpiece.
It cost $29.
After Cheese Punch Supreme, Anthony thought, how do I top that?
He hit a creative block.
He was going through some personal things.
My girlfriend at the time broke up with me for a job in Canada. She said she was tired of following me around. She was my rock. She was the only one that could calm me down from a rage. Her career was the worst thing that could ever happen to me. I couldn't think. I was getting panicky. I was getting mad. Except now, there wasn't anyone to calm me down.
Some suggested he seek therapy.
I was furious.
He didn't.
This is my girl we're talking about here. My girl!
You really couldn't innovate under that kind of undue pressure.
The culinary community was up in arms at his girlfriend. He tried everything to win her back.
Texting her, calling her, showing up at her apartment unannounced, Mrs. Doubtfiring her, tootsieing her, white chicksing her.
But she had moved on.
The man just wanted to innovate. He just wanted to find the next stepping stone from Cheese Punch Supreme. How could the master reinvent the reinvention when he was this sad? I mean, didn't Blanche understand that his genius was at stake?
He decided he just couldn't go on. He couldn't innovate. He was washed up in a rut. Totally empty.
I was so mad. I was just thinking, I hate Canada. I hate it. So what's the opposite of Canada? Mexico. Cheese Punch Mexico. It was so simple. I almost couldn't believe I was charging $34 for it. And why stop there? Cheese Punch Bangkok, Cheese Punch Guam, Cheese Punch that Indian place. I wanted Cheese Punch places as far away from Canada as possible.
Anthony was experimenting with flavors that were unheard of. Chipotle, curry, turmeric, stuff literally no one was using. I mean, sure, Mexican and Indian people were using them, but Anthony is white. So it's different. By appropriating flavors from other cuisines and exploding the margins on very inexpensive ingredients, Anthony built his revolutionary cheese punch empire.
Food trucks all over the country. Book deals, television shows.
It's pretty awful he can do that.
Did we enable him?
Food is art, and art is food, and food is in fact art. And Anthony understands this. He has a vision.
Oh, man. Oh, gimme. The next step, I'm gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. No one's gonna keep me down. Cheese Punch is gonna keep growing. It's gonna make room for the next thing I'm gonna reinvent. I'm gonna do a stationary food truck. We're calling it a food place.
He's creating a restaurant.
It's got like walls, bathrooms, tables.
A true visionary.
There's a front door, so if there's a draft, you can close it.
I think we created a monster.
I have never eaten a sandwich. I promise.
That's it for this episode preview. If you want to watch the rest of this, go to dropout.tv and start your free trial. It's free? Do it. It's free. You get a free trial? Holy. What are you, nuts? Giving this shit away?
I first met Zhang Mi on a vacation in South Korea. I wandered into this temple and saw this unassuming woman, shaved head, gray robes, and I thought, who is this woman? Am I the first person to ever see her? Did I discover her? The food she makes tastes like nothing. And because of that, it tastes like everything.
When I eat her food, I feel less hungry. And that's magical.